Evolution. This is quite a controversial subject. Evolutionary theories have been used for centuries to try to explain creation, the existence of man, and this world. There are three basic positions on the origin of the world. The first is an instantaneous creation. The second is a developmental, a theistic point of view. But the third is sort of a haphazard, atheistic point of view. The first position holds that the world and humanity was instantaneously created by God, about 6,000 to 10,000 years ago. The second position holds that things developed from a previous state or form, but all of this was orchestrated by God. And the third position holds that things developed due to random forces alone. So what is the Catholic Church's position on all of this? Well, we certainly believe that the earth was created out of nothing by God, that He orchestrated creation. Whether it happened over millions of years or instantaneously, God is the author and the giver of life. Psalm 33:6 says, "By the word of the Lord the heavens were made, all the stars and the planets by the breath of His mouth." When it comes to human evolution, the Church has a more solid and definite position. Even though human beings may have developed over time, evolved, or whether they were created instantaneously, it is God who is the author of the soul. He created the soul. The soul is not something that evolves, it is given to us specifically by God. And it is also something, the soul is something that is not inherited like our bodies are. We cannot, however, hold the atheistic position that the world was created haphazardly, out of order. God is the author of life. He ordered everything into creation. When it comes to creation, the thing that can confuse a Christian most is if we take the Bible literally. You see, the book is a book of truth. It is full of the truth of God, but it wasn't created or written as a historical, chronological book. Now, in saying this, I'm in no way dismissing the Bible story in Genesis as pure legend or myth. In the book of Genesis, we have real stories that hold a fundamental truth. Now, whether it happened in this way, in this chronological order or not, is not the point of what the author had in mind. We cannot dismiss the story of Adam and Eve as fiction. There are truths there. God is the author of life, the maker of human beings created in His image. After God created us, we turned our back towards Him, and God has been in pursuit of us ever since. Now, what about church and science? As long as the church, theology, and science keep to their own limits, there is no real disagreement. The church has no fear of science or scientific development. But we need to keep in mind that the scriptures, the Bible, is not a scientific book. It wasn't written to prove scientific points, but to show us that we are loved by God, that we are created by God, that God has a plan for our lives and wants to be involved in all of our lives.